On this episode of Spooky Villages, the dead are rising. Guys, what's up? It is Doug, and welcome to another edition of Spooky Villages. And today we've got another new for 2026 building. It is the Undead Manor. Undead Manor, this is non-exclusive. I actually purchased this from Haunters Nation. And Ryan is a friend of mine, the owner of that. You've seen him on some of the Spooky Villages lives when we did the big Lemax Spooky Town preview show. So thank you to Ryan for that. My order from him came in here recently, so I've got some of those new buildings and pieces to talk about. So, Undead Manor. Here's the box here really quick, and I wanted to read the description on this one because there's a story here that Lemax has, and I think that's important to talk about here. The story here, it says, "Have you heard about the Old Hammer Manor? They say the place was shut down after a mysterious series of unsolved murders. The windows and doors are boarded up with rickety planks as the walls crumble and rafters fall into the desolate yard below. But on Halloween night, a strange purple glow fills the windows and figures are seen on the grounds. They say it's become the Undead Manor. I dare you to go up and knock." It's a great story for this one. Let's take a look at this one. All right, guys, here is the Undead Manor. Check this out. Let's go around here really quick. The finish on this one, I gotta say, the finish on this one is actually brighter. The paint, I should say. It's not like super glossy or anything like that, but it is noticeably brighter, especially like the green siding here. I really like the bronze paint up here too on like the railing and everything. We'll show the lighting here in just a second, and it's important to talk about that because there's a lot of lighting going on here, but I actually really like how the brighter finish on this house. It kind of helps the lighting pop, I think. And yeah, so over here too, fit and finish on this. The finish is good. It feels a substantial little piece, and it is quite small. We'll talk about that in a second, but I really like the fencing here. That feels nice and sturdy. Same with up here. Something interesting on this house too, hopefully you can see it here, but it actually has 3 different switches here. And I guess I should say too, this does not come with a power supply. There's batteries underneath here you can run it off of. You can also run it with a power supply back here, but there's actually 3 notches on the switch. There's off. There's, if you knock it over there, one, there's a turn it on with power, and there's another switch where you turn it on and it run on battery power. That's what it looks like there. So, all right, one thing here I did want to talk about. These are not included, and actually they don't really even go with it, but I got some Lemax figurines. I just wanted to talk about the scale of it. So this is a small piece, okay? And you can see here, hopefully, like the scale of this guy here, or especially compared to some of the zombies that are rising up here, like this little trick-or-treater. How big she is comparatively. So that's either going to matter to you or not matter to you. But whenever I did my review earlier this year of the cathedral that Lemax did, which is on the smaller side, a lot of folks had opinions on that. So whether it bothers you or not, or whether that matters or not, I don't know, but I wanted to bring attention to that. So all right, let's show you what it looks like lit up. This was such an incredibly pleasant surprise for me. How this thing is lit up and with the different layers and everything. So you have the purple inside, which, you know, I mentioned earlier, the story that Lemax gives. This is Halloween night and the dead are rising, and they really do a good job, I think, of bringing that home here. This is a nice story around this piece because that purple inside does look eerie, and even the description references that. And you also have the zombies all around the house. So I think the story, I mean, they're really pressing it home here, and I like how the zombies are like freshly coming up mostly around the house there. So you know, it's just happening right here. And I like the other lighting that's going on here. So there's actually some red on the top of it. We're going to talk about that just a second here because you do get some light bleed. But you also have like orange light lighting it. You have white light that is highlighting the zombies over on the side. I really like all the different colors that's going on here. And it's really a surprise in a piece like this. I feel like I wouldn't expect there to be so much lighting going on. But if this was just like a standard, you know, bulb lit type house or a standard like one light in the middle of it or inside of it, I don't think it would be nearly as striking. I mean, the purple would look nice if it was lit in purple, you know, but I still think that doing this other stuff on the outside of it, that adds more to it than just if the inside of it was purple. I think Lemax did a very, very nice job with the external lighting and the different colors here. And I also like that pop of red that's going on in the top of it here. And so let's talk about that really quick. So You do get some light bleed here too. That's another thing that, you know, it's going to be a deal breaker maybe for some folks, because some of the houses here, like the thinner walled houses like this, when they have bright lights inside, you're going to get some light bleed. You can see here, especially the red and the purple kind of blend together when it's in the dark. It's kind of like that poltergeist vibe. So I actually don't mind like the bleed through because of the supernatural stuff going on the inside, right? I don't mind it here. And I really like actually too how that purple and the red kind of blend together. But yeah, that bleed through along with the size, that could be a deal breaker for somebody. So I absolutely wanted to talk about those things, because really outside of those two things, which, you know, could be, you know, as I said, a deal breaker, the rest of the house here I think is fantastic. And, you know, it's very well themed. I like how it's macabre, the whole Dead Arising thing. Not overly too. There's not a bunch of super grim stuff, you know, if you're somebody that doesn't want all the blood and guts and everything like that. But I like how the Dead Arising, you got a great story here, and the house looks really good. It's just a little small. You know, that's the only thing. I think this is a piece that would really work well, like in the back part of a village for some perspective, some forced perspective stuff. You could put it in a trick-or-treat neighborhood. You could put it in a haunted neighborhood. I view this as a great village enhancer piece, to where it's going to make your other display houses look really good, because the lighting is good on this and it's going to draw your eye, but it's not like big with the animation and everything. It'll let the bigger stuff, you know, shine. And with it being a little bit on the smaller side too, that's going to help maybe not take away some of the shine from some of the other houses that are around, or buildings you put around it. So yeah, the way I view this is an excellent piece to put near the back or up on a hill or something in your display for a little bit of forced perspective, because the lighting on it is still really nice. I like the theming and I like how it looks. You know, the size on it's the only, I was going to say that this house would probably be a great candidate for one of the Lemax Spooky Town gift sets. The only thing is the size on it. I don't really know if they would do that because of the size on it's quite small. So at least in the past, the gift set houses I've seen so far, it's not that they've done super big ones, but they've done more of the normal-ish scale Spooky Town houses, so or buildings. And this one, because it's so small compared to some of the figurines and stuff, I don't know if they would do a gift set around it. That's just an observation though, guys. I really like this house. It's a little bit small, but it's very well done. So I really like how this piece is a zombie piece. You know, we haven't had a ton of zombie pieces. I mean, it's not that it's a wildly underserved segment of Halloween villaging, but still, given how popular zombies are, you know, in popular media and have been for a while, there's not as many zombie pieces necessarily as you would think. And I like how this one is it's a more serious zombie piece. You know, it's not like super macabre necessarily, but it does play it more straight, i.e. it's not super fantastical or anything. So I like that. I think it's well done, and I like how they use that theme here. So let's talk about the price here for a minute on this piece. So again, this is a non-dealer exclusive, and you can get it in different places. So having an actual retail price for what you can get this is tricky. But I can tell you, street price, you can have this for, let's say, around $50, give or take, between $50 and $60, maybe even a little bit less, depending. Just depends on where you get it and who's running a sale or whatever. So for around $50, I think this is a good value, getting the lighting that you're getting here and fit and finish on it. I think it's a solid piece for $50. So that's Undead Manor, guys. You guys have to let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? Again, I was really pleasantly surprised by this. I ordered this piece when it came out, knowing I wanted one of these, because anything that can be kind of related to haunted houses or trick-or-treating, and this is clearly more of a haunted house, but still, I wanted to get it, and so wound up picking it up, and I'm happy I did, because I kind of had forgotten about the lighting, frankly, so this was a great surprise to see how well it was done. I do remember it had purple lighting, but all the other stuff, you know, and with everything going on this season, I kind of forgot, so it was a nice surprise for it. So I like this piece. If this piece was a little bit bigger, I would love this piece. But again, as a smaller piece like this, which will work nicely as kind of a background type house with good lighting, I think it's going to work good for you know, for a display. That's how I intend to use it. So I'm curious what you all think out there. Again, I know whenever I did the cathedral earlier this year, some folks quite passionately were leaving comments on why they like the smaller buildings, and so there is no wrong way about this. This could be a big positive for you, while it's a slight negative for me. But frankly, again, I'm looking forward to using this as a background piece with a little bit of perspective. So I think that's actually a positive, because they don't all have to be big, especially for like the haunted houses and everything. So yeah, there's no soundtrack here, guys, so I'm not going to be playing that at the end here, because there's nothing to play. But please let me know in the comments below, what do you think? And now, after this, I have 3 gift sets. 2 are gift sets, 1 is a set. And I'm going to end the season with new reviews of those. That's going to be a lot of fun. And also letting you guys know, I'm going to be doing my first ever Lego review on this channel. I have the Mayor's Manor, which is the very first Lego Halloween Village collection. They're launching it this year with their Midnight Valley series. I have the first building pre-ordered. That should ship at any time. So that's going to, whenever I build it, I'm going to build it up. I'm going to actually compare it to other types of buildings with Lemax and Apartment 56, because I'm coming to that not from a Lego builder's perspective per se, but from a Halloween Village enthusiast perspective. I am a Lego enthusiast as well, but given the channel here, I know some of you might be interested in that. So that's a long teaser for something that's coming. So, all right, guys, hey, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon with another video. Take care, and yeah, see you soon.